navigating the multidisciplinary waters, as it is part of our efforts here as Eudoxia to encourage, to foster, and strengthen the multidisciplinary nature of our research. So my conversation has the title, Navigating Multidisciplinary Waters, Exploring the Power of Diversity in Research. Thereafter, I'm trying to convince people, or is it a case of speaking to the converted? But the conversation looks at our understanding of interdisciplinarity in research. Hence, according to, if I may borrow from Klein, this having been said in 1990, where in an effort to define interdisciplinary research, Klein defined it as interdisciplinary research involving the integration of disciplinary contributions into a more comprehensive framework, emphasizing collaboration and the creation of new knowledge that transcends disciplinary boundaries. Also, interdisciplinary research refers to a collaborative and integrative approach to investigation that involves scholars from different academic disciplines working together to address complex problems or questions that cannot be adequately explored within the confines of a single discipline. So it emphasizes the synergistic combination of knowledge, methodologies, and perspectives from various fields, aiming to produce a more comprehensive and holistic understanding of a particular subject or phenomenon. So this definition underscores the interdisciplinary research goes beyond the sum of individual disciplines, fostering a synergistic, a symbiotic, and cooperative approach to problem solving and knowledge generation. Further, as an illustration, we can look at various scenarios here. For example, where we have discipline A in its own confines, discipline B, discipline C, operating as isolated, as silos. In this case, that would be many disciplines. So it would be understood as multidisciplinary research. Whereas we can have the same scenario, as we can see, there is some integration of these multidisciplinary areas. And so in that case, you can see that there is some synergistic approach, therefore it becomes interdisciplinary research. Whereas we can also look at it in the sense that transdisciplinary research is in a way where we are looking at these same disciplines, but focusing on ways on how they can involve each other, work together, plan together, come up with frameworks that can be used to understand a phenomenon. So what are the motivations? Why so much talk about interdisciplinary research? Interdisciplinary research is driven by the need to tackle complex real-world issues that often span multiple domains. For example, if we look at collaboration in medicine, in engineering and social science. This addresses healthcare issues. That is one motivation. Interdisciplinary research collaboration fosters innovation, innovative ecosystems, and accelerates the development of new technologies. We've seen that even within Eudoxia. And it also contributes to evidence-based policy formulations and sustainable development. The previous speaker has just looked at one area of sustainable development, which is water, for example. The holistic approach of interdisciplinary research enhances the depth of analysis and interpretation of phenomena. We also know that single discipline research had encountered a bottleneck. More than one discipline was required to make a breakthrough in some of the social, economic, amongst others, phenomena, such that the challenges could not be solved by a single disciplinary research. So, but let us be true to ourselves. Let us look at what can discourage interdisciplinary research so that we are aware. We find that we can have categories, but disciplinary boundaries, for example, where traditional academic structures and departments may discourage collaboration outside established disciplinary boundaries. So that works against interdisciplinary research. Tenure and promotion criteria. This one still remains a thorn in the flesh, where evaluation criteria for academic promotion often favor specialized research within a single discipline. This makes interdisciplinary work less incentivized, less appealing. And then we have communication barriers where we have different terminology. Each discipline may have its own specialized terminology, making effective communication challenging. Cultural differences. Let us be aware that different disciplines may have distinct research cultures, norms, and expectations that can lead to misunderstanding, which discourage interdisciplinary research. Sometimes we have funding challenges. Securing funding for interdisciplinary projects can be difficult, as many funding agencies may favor the traditional approach or single discipline proposals. Resource distribution, where limited resources such as laboratory space, equipment, this can pose challenges when multiple disciplines are involved because you are sharing the same space and sometimes the little available equipment. So addressing these challenges requires a concerted effort from institutions, funding agencies, and researchers to create an environment that fosters and rewards interdisciplinary research, encouraging collaboration, providing training opportunities, and revisiting evaluation and promotion criteria are among the strategies to promote interdisciplinary research. Speaking to the converted, maybe, because most of the participants represent one institution or the other. Let's carry this conversation forward. Let's carry it. Let's make sure that it continues until we are all on the same page. Because understanding can only be built around discussion. So, time constraints. Sometimes this research often requires more time for collaboration, coordination, and learning across disciplines, which may conflict with our traditional academic timelines. And also complexity. I think complexity is related to dealing with multiple perspectives and methodologies in one project. This will add complexity, potentially slowing down the research process. But if we understand that this can slow down research, this can discourage integration, we can always look for ways of going around it. Sometimes there's a cultural resistance to change. Scholars and institutions may be resistant to adopting new interdisciplinary approaches due to a preference for the comfort zone for established methodologies and practices. You hear the saying, we've always done it this way. And then once that is said, you know what that means, right? Protecting intellectual territories. Researchers may be protective of their disciplinary expertise, fearing the dilution of their field's importance. These are observations from other people. So evaluation and recognition, yes, peer review challenges. Peer review processes may struggle to adequately evaluate the quality and the impacts of interdisciplinary research. And I feel this one is very important. Recognition issues where interdisciplinary researchers may face challenges in gaining recognition within their own disciplines, potentially affecting the career advancement, the resistance to change, inertia as it were. So addressing these challenges requires a concerted effort from institutions, funding agencies, and researchers. So, what are the signs of good practice? This means open dialogue, where successful ID research involves effective communication among team members from various disciplines. Teams should encourage open dialogue, sharing ideas, and actively listening to each other. The collaborative process means that the teams that establish collaborative processes for decision-making, for problem-solving and knowledge integration, they tend to exhibit good practice. So this involves respecting diverse perspectives and contributions. And the synthesis of knowledge. In exemplary interdisciplinary research, team members actively integrate diverse perspectives to create a more comprehensive understanding of the research problem. And obviously, this would lead to a holistic approach where we consider the interconnections between various disciplines and their contributions to the overall research question or problem. Creative methodological blending. Yes, this heterogeneity where there's successful interdisciplinary research involving creative blending, bringing together of methodologies from various disciplines. This can lead to the development of innovative research methods that are better suited to address complex, multifaceted issues. Sometimes we need to look at researchers who should critically reflect on their chosen methodologies, recognizing the strengths and limitations of each and understanding how they complement one another within the disciplinary framework. And that is methodological reflexivity. A good practice also dwells on impact and applicability. Good interdisciplinary research demonstrates a commitment to addressing real-world problems or challenges. The findings and insights generated from interdisciplinary research should be applicable across multiple disciplines. Hence, the interdisciplinarity, demonstrating a broader significance and relevance of the work. So here, what do we need our interdisciplinary research managers to look into, to develop, to sharpen their souls on? Interdisciplinary background, respecting other disciplines, good interpersonal and team building skills, proactive in engaging with partners, not too ambitious, interested in a wide range of subjects. That gives you a basic understanding of the interdisciplinary nature. Core competencies will include interactions with others, engaging colleagues from other disciplines to gain